My beloved soul, feel the love I pour over you without limits. I call you to a place of stillness, for there is a declaration of justice that needs to be released over your life today. I have taken inventory of your soul. I have traversed the hallways of your history, and I have seen the empty spaces, the places where a silent thief called life, circumstance, or enemy entered and stole what was rightfully yours. He stole your peace in sleepless nights. He stole your joy with news of disappointment. He stole your trust with acts of betrayal. He stole your time in unfruitful seasons of waiting. He stole your health with the weight of distress. And you, in your nobility, learned to live with these losses. You adapted to the empty space, to the diminished joy, to the intermittent peace. You may have accepted these losses as the normal cost of living, as scars that simply must be carried. What I am about to show you next could transform your life, because I came today, not only to heal your wounds, but to tell you that I am a God of justice, and my justice demands restoration. The thief will not go unpunished, and your loss will not be your legacy. I did not come just to comfort your heart. I came to reclaim what was taken from you. And my law of return is not one for one. My law is one of abundance. I will give back everything that life tried to steal from you, and I will do it in a measure that will leave you breathless. A measure pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. Your story will not be one of loss, but of gain. Your narrative will not be one of deficit, but of glorious surplus. Before continuing the message, write this statement of faith in the comments. My divine restoration is on its way. By doing this, you are positioning yourself as the heir who is ready to receive her inheritance, no longer as the victim who laments her loss. Now, continuing the message, I invite you to stop looking at the empty spaces with sadness. Start looking at them with expectation, because I am about to fill them, not with what was there before, but with something infinitely better. My precious soul, for you to grasp the seriousness of my promise, you need to know my character. I am a God who keeps records. I have a book where every tear of yours is registered. Every sleepless night is noted. Every dream that was stolen is archived. I saw it. I was not indifferent. I was allowing the process of pruning to happen, but I never, ever lost sight of the debt that was being accumulated against you. I saw the thief steal your easy, spontaneous laughter, replacing it with a weary smile. I saw your naive trust in people being stolen, leaving in its place a caution that, at times, isolates you. I saw the years being consumed by worry and struggle, years that could have been of peace and creativity. I saw your vital energy being drained by distress, sickness, and stress, and every one of these thefts was noted in my ledger. My justice is not like human justice, which sometimes fails and forgets. My justice is perfect, and it demands that every debt be paid. What the enemy intended to use to impoverish you, I will use as the legal basis to enrich you. The depth of your loss will become the measure of your restoration. Because you endured much, you will receive much. Because your pain was deep, your joy will be even greater. Do not think that your distress was a sign of my disfavor. On the contrary, it was the process that qualified you for a level of blessing that hearts that were never tried could not contain. Your capacity to receive was broadened in the furnace of your loss, and now that your heart is vast, I can fill it with a treasure that a small heart would not bear. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments, I trust in the Lord. By doing this, you are declaring that you trust my system of accounting and justice, that you believe I am a righteous judge who will not allow your case to be lost. It is your act of handing your case over to me. If this message has touched your heart and you wish to support this mission, click Super Thanks and help spread words of light, encouragement, and inspiration to many lives. Continuing on, your time of being the victim is over. Your time of being the beneficiary of my justice has begun. My blessed soul, the principle of my restoration is a law of my kingdom. My word declares that the thief, when caught, must restore sevenfold. And the thief of your peace and your joy has been caught, and his sentence has been decreed. And I am the executor of this sentence. And what will this restoration be like? I will restore to you joy. Not the superficial happiness that depends on circumstances, but the deep joy, the oil of joy that springs from my spirit, which is your strength. Where cynicism and weariness settled, I will plant a garden of laughter and wonder. You will rejoice again, not because the problems disappeared, but because my presence has become more real than any problem. I will restore to you peace. The peace that was stolen from you with worries and fears will be replaced by my shalom, a peace that surpasses all understanding and will guard your heart and mind. You will sleep soundly, you will wake up serenely, and you will walk through your days with the calm of a queen, knowing that your king is in control of everything. I will restore to you time. The years you feel were lost in waiting, struggling, and confusion. I will redeem them. I will accomplish in a single season what would take a decade to happen. There will be a divine acceleration in your life. Opportunities you missed will return to you, greater and better. Your time was not lost. It was invested. And the return on this investment will be exponential. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do so now. Thus, you receive more messages of light and inspiration directly to your heart. And before we proceed, let me guide you to something I have prepared to strengthen your faith even more. If you feel you need inner healing, spiritual reconnection, purpose, and prosperity aligned with my heart, there is a 31-day path waiting for you. Each day of this walk was created so I can speak to you more deeply and personally. If you wish to follow this path, the link is in the description and the first pinned comment. Now, let's continue the message. I, your God, am sending you a special sign. The sign you have been waiting for is in this verse, Joel 2:25, which says, I will restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten. This is your legal promise. It is your deed. Write in the comments, I receive this message and I am blessed, and send love and protection to the person you love, declaring that the time of restoration is also coming for them. If this message touched your heart, show your support with a super thanks and help spread this message of light, joy, peace, and time. And this is only the first installment of your restoration, my beloved soul. For your house to be ready to receive all this new and glorious furnishing of restoration, you must first get rid of the old debris that still occupies the space. And the greatest debris is unforgiveness. You cannot receive the restoration of your joy if you are still holding on to the garbage of bitterness, the resentment you harbor against those who participated in your theft, consciously or unconsciously, is the anchor that ties you to the port of your loss. You cannot sail to the new lands of your abundance if you are still chained to the past. Forgiveness is your act of cutting the anchor rope. It is your declaration that you are ready to move on. It is not for them. It is for you. It is you saying, what you stole from me is nothing compared to what my God is giving back to me. I release you, so I can be free to receive my inheritance. And the most liberating forgiveness is the one you need to extend to yourself. You blame yourself for the doors you left open for the thief, for your mistakes, for your naivety. And that guilt is what keeps you in a state of unworthiness, feeling you do not deserve the restoration. My child, hear my truth. My restoration is not a salary you earn by your perfection. It is a gift I give you by my grace. Your mistakes were the stage where my capacity to redeem shone most brightly. If you were perfect, why would you need a redeemer? Write in the comments a list of people, including yourself, whom you wish to forgive. Visualize each one, send them love, and say, I forgive you and release you. May peace be with you. Feel the lightness and freedom that forgiveness brings. Repeat this practice every day to strengthen your inner peace and release anxiety. This act of forgiveness is your spring cleaning. It is you preparing your house. It is you emptying your barns of the moldy grain of the past, so they can be filled with the fresh and abundant harvest of your new season. My precious soul, my restoration continues. I will restore to you health. Where stress and distress brought illness and fatigue to your body, I will release a river of healing and vitality. Your strength will be renewed like the eagles. You will not only be cured of your diseases, but you will receive a new vigor, a new energy that will empower you to fully enjoy your new season. I will restore to you relationships. Where betrayal and misunderstanding created chasms, I will build bridges of reconciliation. And more than that, I will bring new and divine connections into your life. People who will celebrate you, who will uplift you, who will run with you in your purpose. Your tribe is being gathered. Your solitude will be replaced by a rich and authentic fellowship, and I will restore to you dreams. Those dreams you buried, that you considered dead and impossible. I am the God of resurrection, and I am now breathing my breath of life over the cemetery of your dreams. They will not only return to life, but will return bigger, clearer, and more aligned with my ultimate purpose for you. What you dreamed in your youth was just the seed. What you will experience now will be the fully grown tree, bearing fruit, health, relationships, and dreams. My restoration is complete. It touches every area of your life that was affected by loss. I do not leave any stone unturned in my work of restoration. What was stolen will be returned, and what was returned will be improved. My blessed soul, this great restoration of yours is not just for your comfort and your joy. It has a kingdom purpose. Your story of loss and restoration will become one of my most powerful testimonies. You will become living proof of my justice and my goodness. People will look at your life, at your second half, and will be amazed. And your life will preach a more eloquent message than any sermon, that serving me, that persevering in faith is worth it. That I am a God who not only saves, but who honors, who avenges, and who restores his children. You will become an ambassador of restoration. Your testimony will give hope to those who, today, feel robbed and stripped. They will look at you and find the strength to continue to believe in their own turnaround. Your life will become the answer to their question, does God really care? Share this video with 2 dear people who need this message of hope and faith. Let's build a chain of love and mutual support together. Leave a comment with a prayer of faith and hope. A simple "Lord, may my restoration be a testimony of your power to the world," is a prayer that aligns your blessing with my heart for those who suffer. What the enemy intended to be your story of shame and defeat, I am changing into your greatest platform of glory. Your life will no longer be defined by what was taken from you, but by the abundance of what was returned to you. And this, my child, is the sweetest of victories. My precious soul, how do you position yourself to receive this wave of restoration that is already on its way? Your posture is not that of a passive victim, but that of an active heir. Your first practice is joyful expectation. Start living, speaking, and acting like someone who knows that her restoration has already been decreed. Change your language. Stop talking about your loss and start talking about your recovery. Prepare yourself for your blessing. If you are expecting financial restoration, start planning how you will be a good manager of abundance. If you are expecting the restoration of joy, start smiling more, by faith. Your expectation is the magnet that attracts your showing. Your second practice is generosity. The law of the harvest is the law of sowing. Even if you feel you are lacking, start sowing. Sow a smile. Sow a word of encouragement. Sow your time. Sow the little resource you have. Your generosity from your place of need is your faith in its most potent form, and it opens the floodgates of heaven in a way that nothing else can. Your third practice is gratitude. Start thanking me, not just for the restoration that will come, but for the path that brought you here. Thank me for the lessons learned in the loss. Thank me for the strength that was forged in you in the struggle. Gratitude for your redeemed past is what qualifies you for a restored future. Expectation, generosity, and gratitude. This is your part. Not to make the restoration happen, but to prepare yourself to receive it with an open heart and ready hands. My beloved soul, we have reached the end of our decree of justice and the beginning of your harvest season. The sentence has been given, the restoration order has been signed, and your life will never be the same. Together we took inventory of your loss and saw that every item was recorded in my book. We cleansed the ground of your heart with forgiveness and glimpsed the complete and multiplied nature of your restoration. You embraced your calling to be a living testimony of my goodness, and you learned the practices to position yourself as the heir that you are. Now, your story is no longer one of mourning but of expectation, no longer of deficit but of divine credit. For my part, I promise you, My restoration will be complete, it will be surprising, and it will far surpass your boldest dreams. I am not a God who only gives back what was lost. I am a God who adds interest of glory. Your part, my child, is simply to receive. It is to refuse to return to the mindset of a victim. It is to live, from today on, as the blessed, honored, and restored woman that I declare you to be. Leave this meeting of ours, no longer looking back with sadness, but looking forward with a joy that can hardly be contained. Your time of weeping is over. Your time of laughing has arrived. Your time of loss is finished. Your time of possessing has begun. If this message resonated with you and with your situation, write in the comments, "I receive my double restoration in the name of Jesus." Your words strengthen your faith and also light the way for others who need this light. Share your experiences in the comments. And before we close, I need to guide you to something I have prepared especially for you. I have seen your search for inner healing, for spiritual reconnection, for a new purpose and for prosperity that comes from my hands. None of this is by chance. When your heart cries out, I open pathways. That is why, through this channel, I have set before you a guided 31-day path, a process where daily I can speak more deeply to your spirit. This is not just an ebook. It is a road to restoration, alignment, and growth, created to strengthen your faith, renew your hope, and open doors you never imagined. If you feel this calling, access the link I have left in the description and also in the first pinned comment of this video. Begin this walk of healing, reconnection, purpose, and prosperity today. I will be with you on every page, guiding your steps and illuminating your way. If this message touched your heart, like this video and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving my word. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video.